Two teams with unfulfilled expectations share the pitch tonight in Papillion, Nebraska, just outside of Omaha. The defending champs, South Georgia Tormenta FC, pay a visit to face Union Omaha, the champions in 2021, who have 4 draws in their last 6 matches. Tormenta has 3 straight draws. They also have 3 players making a homecoming tonight. You just saw Tobias Otieno, John Murphy, and Dalton Knutson also used to play for Union Omaha. Great to have you with us. I'm Ryan Pierce. Let's go ahead and have a look at the standings. At the top, North Carolina FC. Everyone's chasing them. In 8th, South Georgia Tormenta FC, 4, 5, and 3. You go down 2 spots, you see Union Omaha. They are tied for the second least amount of losses with just 3, but the 7 draws is why they are in 10th place. Now, if Union Omaha wants to get back in the win column, they'll need continued greatness from Noe Mesa. Goals in back-to-back matches. The Sunnyside Washington native is second in the league, finding the back of the net 7 times this year. He is a master improviser with a deep bag of tricks to pull from. Union Omaha will rely on him tonight. Mesa's been so good. Coach calls him a great improviser. So many ways to score, including this incredible bicycle kick. One of the most gorgeous shots you're going to see this entire season. Noe Mesa is a player to watch tonight. So hard to win here at Warner Park, especially if you're a former champ. Title-winning coaches in Omaha have yet to win a match, including Ian Cameron. He is 0-2-1, looking for that first win from a title-winning coach in Warner Park. He's going to need some help from Keziah Sterling tonight. He's beginning to take form of the player we remember from last year. All-league second team, 4 goals in the postseason. On Tormenta's path to a championship, 2 PK goals this season. If Sterling is back on that level, look out. And look out for a fun match tonight from Warner Park. The 2021 champs host the defending champs. 2 teams trying to snap out of their recent stretch of draws and pick up 3 points. South Georgia Tormenta FC and Union Omaha coming up on ESPN+.
This just in, Omaha is a soccer city, and Union Omaha is your community club. Want to make sure you don't miss our biggest summer Saturday matchups? We offer mini plan packages. Choose your seating location and take your pick from a 4 or 8 match ticket bundle. Prices start as low as $60. Visit unionomaha.com/mini-plans to check out all the options. One city, one club, one means all.
Bags are packed, are you ready to go? This time tomorrow we'll be on the road, riding with you into sunnier days. I wouldn't want it any other way. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Hey, look at the procession. Big matchup tonight. 2 former champs, Union Omaha hosting South Georgia Tormenta FC. Well, we talk a lot about Noe Mesa, but his partner in crime is Luis South Georgia Tormenta FC. He is next level when it comes to setting up his teammates. He leads the league in chances created with 30, and a big reason why Omaha is second in the league in shots. You have Hill right in the middle of the field, pushing the action. Luis Hill is a player to watch tonight. How about these Pride Month kits, they are gorgeous from Union Omaha. I want to pick up one of those. We teased them during the break, and now we have a close look. You're not going to see them stitching that close. It is such a great color. Union Omaha doing a great job with those Pride Month kits. You'll see them on the players tonight. And how about Tormenta FC? Tobias Otieno, he is familiar with Union Omaha. We'll get to him in a second. Let's have a look at the Union Omaha starting lineup. Noe Mesa right there in the middle. We talked about Luis Heel. He leads the league in chances created. He's going to be a huge player tonight for Union Omaha. And they are loaded offensively. Union Omaha trying to get back and pick up 3 points tonight. Let's have a look at the Tormenta starting lineup tonight. As they come in as the visitors, they have, of course, Keziah Sterling on the left side. He is such a dynamic player, getting back into that old form we remember from last season. Jackson Corey back in the starting lineup. He has 3 goals this season right in the middle. Then Fonseca is on the outside. That front line for Tormenta is so dynamic. As we're set for action from Warner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. Ryan Pierce here, great to have you with us as we are in for an exciting matchup. 2 teams desperate for 3 points. A handful of draws in the past couple of weeks for both. Of course, an unlucky break last week for South Georgia Tormenta. They were leading against Northern Colorado in the first half before their game was postponed because of lightning. We talked to Coach Ian Camera about that, and he said, look, they were annoyed. It was bad luck, but it's not like they're not going to make it up. They'll have another chance to take on Northern Colorado later on in the year. South Georgia Tormenta 4-5-3 as they try to work quickly from midfield. Tobias Otieno had the ball for a second. We talked about him at the top, former Union Omaha player. He has an incredible motor. More minutes played this year than any other midfielder for South Georgia Tormenta, yet he plays in 5th gear from the first whistle to the last. Union Omaha is undefeated against Tormenta FC, 4-0-3, only 1 goal in 3 matches at Warner Park for the road team. Let's see if maybe they can get on the board, that being Union Omaha. Crossing pass is intercepted by the back line. An early effort from the home team. Union Omaha is 2nd in the league in shots taken, so they like to play aggressive. And there's Tobias Otieno, the Kenya native, 24-year-old, coming back to Warner Park. He played with Union Omaha in 2021 before signing in 2022 with Tormenta. Won back-to-back championships with 2 teams. Coach Cameron said we have a best-in-class midfielder in the USL League One. When they signed him before 2022, of course, that bore out. He helped them win a championship last season. One storyline we're going to follow throughout tonight is Union Omaha getting up early, but then succumbing in the end of matches. They've done it twice in a row. They conceded goals late to lead to draws. We've talked to Coach Casciano about that. He said, look, our game plan is strong at the beginning. We know what to expect. The key for us is just turning strong starts into finishes. He stressed playing from the first whistle to the last whistle. The goal at the end of last week he called a little bit unlucky, as Union Omaha was leading 1 Knoxville in bonus time. You see that stat right there. They are +3 in the first 50 minutes. A great number, -5 after. So it's been those last 40 minutes of a match for Union Omaha. On Wednesday against 1 Knoxville, it was the last 3. That really did them in. Or Tormenta, flip side of that, they're -2 in the first 20 on the road. They're +5 after. So you have Union Omaha, who's great in the beginning. Tormenta great at the end. We'll see what plays out tonight. Omaha looking for their first win since they beat Northern Colorado back on April 29th here in Papillion, Nebraska. Yet only 3 losses, tied for 2nd least in the league. Just a lot of draws, 7, including giving up a game-tying goal against 1 Knoxville on Wednesday. As South Georgia Tormenta FC takes over. Quick turnover as the teams go back and forth at midfield. Now Tormenta on the counterattack. Otieno to midfield. A little head of steam for the road team. Pedro Fonseca running down the left side. Watch out for him, elite goal scorer. This goes to the middle of the box and cleared away to the outside by the back line of Union Omaha. Rashid Nuhu, spectacular keeper, runs it down. 6th in the league in saves. He's tied for 5th with 3 clean sheets. He's a 2-time Golden Glove winner. Reigning keeper of the year. Coach Casciato said, look, when I came to the program, I knew how good he was, and he has lived up to expectations. A vocal leader between the pipes as Dos Santos, the big forward, delivers, and a foul about the 2/3 field mark. Aishan Namard picking up the foul. Namard, a veteran for Tormenta FC, was named to the USL League One Team of the Week 2 weeks ago, part of a back line that has only surrendered a goal in 1 goal in 3 straight matches. So it is a defense that's getting healthier. They're improving. Coach Cameron believes, like Union Omaha does, their stretch of wins is coming. Speaking of Tormenta FC, they've been on a stretch of draws in 3 in a row before their game was postponed because of lightning this past weekend. Coach Cameron's team has experienced a fair amount of turnover after their championship run last season, as TJ Bush tries to clear. You have Arthur Beauchois coming off the bench today. Such a great passer oftentimes as that goes out of play. Will set up the offense. He's come back from injury, looks really good. We'll talk more about him. Kingsford Aji is available to play as well today. And then, of course, Keziah Sterling appears like he's in rare form with goals in 2 straight matches. It is a defending champion team that is getting healthy and looking more dangerous. We talked about Warner Park in the beginning. Maybe the right word is cozy, a smaller pitch, with Union Omaha sharing their field with the Omaha Storm Chasers, the very popular AAA team of the Kansas City Royals here in beautiful Omaha. It's been such a strong home field advantage in the past. 2021 USL League champs were dominant here, but just 1 win at home this season came against Northern Colorado. They sputtered down the stretch last season, still making the playoffs as a 5 seed, and an up and down first third of the year with 7 draws, by far and away the league lead. Bush delivers to the far side as Tormenta, they want to play at a slower tempo than Union Omaha. As we mentioned, Omaha leads the league in shots. They like to get a lot of chances. Now, we mentioned that Tormenta's good in the second half, and usually they are, but recently not as much. 2 of their last 3 draws, they actually scored first, and I guess you can add to it that Tormenta scored first in their match against Northern Colorado before it was postponed because of lightning. Now, they're not far off from where they were after 12 games last year. Tormenta was 4-5-3, or they're 4-5-3 right now. Last season through 12, they were 4-3-5. So Coach Cameron and his team are right on track to where they were last year. And this season, the added challenge of a bunch of new faces. Dominic Casciato, different coaching style than the Jay Mims era for Omaha. That team liked to score early, hold the ball, play passive, protect their 1-0 lead. Coach Casciato likes to push quickly. The different style, we'll see how it plays out as the year goes along. Here's a shot into the box and knocked out of play as Nuhu seemed ready for it. A backline save by Union Omaha. We'll get a look on the replay. Lucas Mastrantonio coming in, closing the door, making things easier for Nuhu, who's faced a lot of shots this season. He is still 6th in the league in saves, and we'll get our first corner kick of the match. Tormenta this year, and that's a big note from Coach Cameron. They've not scored off a corner kick this season. Their set pieces is something they want to improve. Some contact at the top of the box, and no call as the ball rolls out of play. Get our first look at Keziah Sterling. Began this year injured, but he's been spectacular recently. 2 goals from the penalty spot in the past 2 matches. Tormenta puts a little pressure on Union Omaha when they throw in. Almost able to turn them over. Sidewinding kick to the sideline. And the home team tries to push. Union Omaha is tied for 6th in the league with 16 goals, 5th in the league, or 2nd in the league rather, with 185 shots taken. They try to work quickly, and here they go on the offensive side. Maybe an early chance for Union Omaha in the box, and it's cleared. As the home team threatens, Luis Heel was in position to maybe score. Couldn't quite get a clean foot on it. A near chance for Union Omaha as Heel had a look, and then the back line, which has been very good for Tormenta recently, closed quickly. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Just over 10 minutes into this match. That was probably our most activity just a few moments ago. A chance for Union Omaha to score first. Been a very good first half team. That's well documented. It's been their second halves, really late in matches where they've conceded, but it is a trend that you think a lot could be luck and could potentially change very quickly. Pressure in the backfield from Union Omaha. Coach Cameron mentioned to us that is something he stressed to his players. You have to be careful on the offensive end because Union Omaha will try to force turnovers. Ball rolls back to Nuhu. Defending keeper of the year, Golden Glove winner, and a foul around midfield. Looks like it's going to be maybe on Union Omaha, as Noe Mesa getting a look at him, 2nd in the league in goals scored this year, asking the referee tonight, Servando Berna, maybe his jersey was pulled. Omaha gets it right back, and they try to work with pace. And another whistle from the referee, Berna. Looks like this will go against Union Omaha once again. A little physical on the sideline. It looks like maybe a little bit too much pushing there from the home team. Joey Brito battling on the sideline. Ball almost rolls out of play, and it did. So an opportunity here for the home team. The attacking third to throw in. Brito will give way. Get a look at some of those flags. Wind blowing about 12 to 15 miles per hour out to the outfield berm. That'd be from right to left. Here's Joe Brito. Rolls it back down to the sideline, crossing past center of the box, over the top. It's chased by Mesa. JP Skiertz comes around, back to the middle of the field, just outside the box. A sliding tackle. And Tormenta stands up the Union Omaha offense. Looked like that might have been Akale on the tackle. A gorgeous diving play. Get another look at it. It's actually number 14, Nick Akoto, first-year professional, bright future, earned the Team Player of the Month back in May. Just signed with Tormenta this year. Coach Cameron speaks very highly of Akoto. He scored back on May 27th against the Kickers, so even though he is a defender, he can find the net. couple stoppages in play over the past few minutes. Both teams trying to find their rhythm just over 14 minutes in. A battle of two groups really looking for a win. South Georgia Tormenta FC 8th in the league. Union Omaha is 10th. Handful of draws for both teams recently. Just looking for 3 points as Nomar tries to clear. Tobias Otieno, the former Union Omaha player, sends it up the field. And Tormenta works with some pace. The deep shot, and it's wide left. As Nuhu was spread out, maybe missed by about 3 or 4 feet. An aggressive shot from Okono. We just talked about him. He does have a goal this year. The first look for Tormenta FC. From about 25, 30 yards out. So both teams have really had one opportunity to score. Now in their pride kits, Union Omaha under coach Dominic Casciato took over as a coach prior to the 2022 season. Union Omaha, 5th best record in the league last year. Up and down start this season. There's been moments of incredible promise, and Coach Casciato wants to try to take those moments and multiply them. Physical at midfield. It's been a physical match so far. You can tell the importance for both these teams. The last 2 champions of USL League One, Omaha 2021, Tormenta FC 2022. Davey Mason on the outside, his first touch, lobs it to the back right post, and it's cleared by the back line. See the Omaha faithful in the background. What a great fan base Union Omaha has before the match. Fans out tailgating. It's a huge weekend for the city of Omaha. Of course, the College World Series. LSU taking on Florida. The first game is today. So a lot of sports fans out enjoying that. But of course, Union Omaha is the place to be if you are a local soccer fan. They've had great crowds over the past few years. Creighton, local university, runner-up in the postseason for men's soccer this year. Made it all the way to the championship match. We're a Cinderella in men's soccer as that ball's over the top and it goes out of play. We have a handful of college professional teams in Omaha with really strong followings. As we get a look at Shaft Brewer Jr., a late addition to the starting lineup. We were expecting Dion Akoff, and Shaft Brewer Jr., number 28, gets a start for Union Omaha. High ball in the box. Bush comes up and makes the easy play. TJ Bush has been solid in each of his last 2 starts, allowing just 1 goal in each. A pair of excellent saves back on June 3rd against Greenville. Help hold on to that 1-1 draw. And here is that pressure from Union Omaha that Coach Cameron talked about. He warned his team about. Over the top pass, onsides, maybe an opportunity for Tormenta. And they couldn't quite run it down, a little bit too hard for Okono. Coach Cameron, great talking with him this week. He's got the pressure of being the defending champion, and we mentioned at the top, South Georgia Tormenta has only scored 1 goal in their short history against Union Omaha, and no championship winning coach has ever won a match here against Union Omaha. So Coach Cameron trying to make some history tonight as the ball rolls to the sideline, and it's run down by Davey Mason. Brewer Jr. kicks it up in the air. It'll be a throw-in for Tormenta. Mason quickly tosses it in. Tobias Otieno, that incredible motor at midfield. Back to Mason. He's looking across. Mason instead opts for the middle. And it's intercepted by Omaha. Now they work on the counterattack. Pulling it back is Brito. Trying to touch in the box, looking for Noe Mesa, their leading goal scorer, just a little bit too strong for him. Brito scored against Tormenta almost exactly a year ago on June 25th, 2022. It'd be incredible if he scored again here. You have a look at Mark Milanese in that gorgeous kit there for Pride Month, the Pride uniform for Union Omaha. Then a foul is called on Tormenta. Maybe an opportunity. There they are. Look at those kits. Multicolored. I love that design too. I will say Omaha is a city that knows how to design uniforms and shirts for their sports teams. There is a restaurant called Runza. It's kind of like a Subway sandwich mixed with Chipotle. I guess that's how you can call it. They have uniforms for, oh my goodness, as we have a look before the match. We'll get back to that story in just a bit. Look at the colors for Pride Month. A living rainbow flag. Absolutely incredible from the Union Omaha fans. We talked about the fan base here in Omaha, of course, in honor of the Kids in Pride Month. What a good-looking shot there. Let's see if Union Omaha can score, and it goes through the back line out of play as Meza is asking for a corner kick. The official, Servando Berna, will say yes, that is a corner kick, which are sponsored by Modelo. Modelo corner kick, the first one for Omaha coming up. Tormenta already has one. It is going to be Connor Doyle to deliver. 31-year-old from McKinley, Texas, team captain. Pass to the middle, header up in the air, and it's out of play. Not a bad delivery from Doyle as he was able to find Pedro Dolabella. Dolabella is college teammates with Colin McQuanis of Tormenta. It's important because back in 2021, they played with Marshall when Marshall beat Indiana in the national championship. We'll see if we see Colin out there tonight. Maybe the former college teammates will go up against each other. Both teams have a corner kick. Neither team has shot on goal yet. Bush plays back and forth with Nemard. Key member of their championship squad last year. Rolled to midfield and intercepted by Union Omaha. They come with a counterattack. And quickly on the back end, Tormenta recovers. Ball to the sideline where the infield is for the Omaha Storm Chasers, this dual purpose field. A little bit shorter than every other field in the league. Used to be a huge home field advantage for Union Omaha. They also had a ton of talent, still do. Big reason why they've been so tough to defeat here in Papillion, Nebraska, about 15 minutes outside of the city. Two teams who have been in the draw muck, maybe you can say that. 4 of the past 6 have been draws for Union Omaha. 3 straight draws for Tormenta FC. The talent is obviously there for both teams. Defending champs Tormenta FC, Union Omaha won the title 2 years ago. Different style in the Coach Mims era. Much faster paced team Union Omaha is these days. Their Coach Casciato up and down, second in the league in shots, but right now it is Tormenta pushing into the box, maybe an opportunity, and it's cleared out. There'll be a throw in for Tormenta. Jackson Khoury getting a touch in the box. The 20-year-old from Australia. Coach Cameron had him in the starting lineup for most of the year. Did not start in the postponed game last week, and coaches said, look, we're trying to freshen him up a bit. He's played so many minutes as a 20-year-old. Getting him a different look in different spots as a pair of players collide. Otieno goes down. That'll be another throw-in for Tormenta. And a Union Omaha player is shaken up. Get a trainer to come out and have a look. 23 minutes in. As JP Skeers is talking with Servando Berna. Let's have a look at that replay. Just a tough land there for Pedro Dolabella. Landed on that left elbow, it looked like, got tangled up with Tobias Otieno. Dolabella is such an important part of this team. 23-year-old Brazilian, 2 goals this year, 1 assist. He's played in every game, started most of them. As he's getting a look from the trainer. Also a very hot night, something to remember. Temperature at 90 degrees to start. Pretty heavy wind blowing from right to left across the field. Union Omaha 2, 3, and 7. They're in 10th place in USL League One. It's a wild number, as it's good to see Dolabella get up there. It's wild to be in 10th place, yet have tied for the second fewest losses in the league. They're not losing matches, it's been the ties. They've had 7 of them. Coach Casciato stressed with us, play from the first whistle to the last. Dolabella looks like he's going to be okay, just taking an extra second. And you can see how hot it is just by looking at the players here in Papillion, Nebraska. Coach Cameron on his side for Tormenta said they need to take chances. That was the buzzword for him. They need to be aggressive and utilize their high-quality players who are starting to get healthy. Kingsford Ajay is available tonight. Ajay could make his debut. Coach Cameron says we could see him maybe for 20 minutes. An important player, was a big part of the team last season. Scored 7 goals, had 2 assists. He is back, and Arthur Beauchois, who did not start today but has played a little bit over the past few weeks, is also back after starting the year on the injured list. Man, he got off to such a quick start as a rookie last season. If he gets in, we'll go more into that. A turnover, and Union Omaha will throw in at about midfield. Shaft Brewer Jr. to throw, late insert into the starting lineup. Dean Akoff, the usual starter, is not in the lineup tonight. There's Brewer Jr. High throw into Mesa. He's double teamed immediately as Numard pushes. Mesa able to get the pass away somehow. Blade to the sideline, brought down by Brewer. Tip back to the middle, and a foul coming up. An opportunity for Union Omaha. Let's see if that is a card. Doesn't look like it. And this is a spot where Noe Mesa has a lot of ability to put one through the net. He has 7 goals this season. Let's have another look at this play. So watch out for what Mesa might do. Yeah, just some contact on the leg. Tobias Otieno. He picks up the foul, and now a chance maybe for Noe Mesa. You see him, number 7. Joey Gallardo is next to him. He's an excellent passer himself as Mesa eyes the line. Mesa, the approach, Mesa the shot, he hits the line. Mesa a second chance, and it goes out of play. Union Omaha asking for a handball. It won't get the call though. Mesa was looking for it, just couldn't elevate the shot over the line. Yeah, it went off the chest of the defender. See that pressure from Mesa. Not oftentimes you see your leading goal scorer be so aggressive defensively, but that's what Noe Mesa does. Makes him so dangerous at all times. Opportunities have been scarce in these first 30 minutes. We saw a deep shot at about maybe the 15-minute mark from Nick Akoto for Tormenta. Noe Mesa had a look there on the set play. Brito. Suffocating defense from Keziah Sterling. Speaking of great offensive players that aren't afraid to play solid defense. In 12 USL League One matches, Union Omaha has scored first 7 times. 5 of those have ended up in draws, so they are usually the team to strike first. Right now, still a scoreless tie. Doesn't look like we'll get a hydration break. Maybe surprising with the 90-degree heat. The throw-in coming in for Union Omaha. A draw against 1 Knoxville on Wednesday. Players were itching to get back on the field and make up for that late goal that led to the draw. Dangerous crossing ball into the box. It's headed back out to Sterling. Up in the air kick. And it's run down by Union Omaha. Nuhu, such a good vocal leader as a keeper. The Golden Glove winner last season. Stick around at halftime and we'll show you the leaders for that award this year. Spins it out to Alexi Swayhe. We'll also have a look at a lot of goals from earlier on in the week, including an absolutely unbelievable performance. We'll leave it at that. You're going to want to stick around at halftime to see some of those highlights. No score in the 31st minute. 2 teams that have been stuck on draws the past combined 5 matches. Right now, this is the only scoreless match in USL League One tonight. Maybe not too surprising, though. Both defenses have been much better recently. Richmond up on Knoxville 1-0. And Charlotte leads Chattanooga at halftime 2-0. Here's a chance for Tormenta. And it ricochets off the thigh of Doyle. It'll be a potential corner here. Connor Doyle, he was also a late start for Union Omaha. A couple late changes for Coach Casciato. And it will be the second corner kick coming up for Tormenta. Coach Cameron, and I mentioned it earlier, as another Union Omaha player is down. And Pedro Dolabella was down earlier. That is again Dolabella. Trainer's going to work on him for a minute. It appears it's his shoulder again. Getting helped up. I'm going to look at Dolabella here, see what actually happened. Yeah, he slid, and yeah, then reaches. Hopefully he's okay. He went down earlier after colliding with Tobias Otieno. Stayed in the match. Dolabella's a tough player, 23-year-old from Brazil. As he tries to shake it off. Man, you feel for these guys. 90 degrees, you're running up and down the field. Take a lot of contact. And you stay out there and tough it out. That's what Dolabella is trying to do right now. We have a corner kick coming up for Tormenta in just a moment. Coach Cameron has talked about the importance of these. They've not scored off a corner yet this season. Could this be the first one? The delivery to the far side, and it's off a Union Omaha player, I believe, and a throw-in coming up for Nick Akoto. Akale was the one making the pass, as you see. The fans for Union Omaha with those Pride Month uniforms on. Akoto pressured on the sideline, and it's taken away. Here comes Union Omaha with a head of steam on the counterattack. Deep crossing ball towards the box. It's brought down by Dolabella. He was trying to find Meza and could not. And again, Dolabella, he might need to come out as he goes back down to his knees. Trying to stretch out that left shoulder. Telling the trainers he doesn't want to come out. I mean, he's a tough player. You feel for him. as he was grabbing at that left shoulder. And getting a look at from the trainers. About 10 minutes. We'll have some bonus time too left in this first half from Warner Park, Papillion, Nebraska, just outside of Omaha. Mentioned the College World Series happening about 15 minutes away. LSU in Florida. Still a good-sized crowd here tonight. When you are in Omaha, the College World Series is happening. It is like a huge college party. There's music, there's DJs outside the ballpark. If you get a chance maybe next season to come on out, I highly recommend it. A lot of fun, and this is such a great sports community. So many local restaurants, great support of their sports teams. It is a fun place to visit around this time of the year. So let's go back. We talked about it earlier. Check out some Wednesday magic. Liam McKinnon was absolutely unbelievable. 3 goals in 22 minutes. That is a record for a hat trick. It took him 22 minutes to achieve that mark. And you're thinking, okay, what could he do more? Well, he scored another one later on in the match, becoming the first League One player with 4 goals in the match. That's actually called a haul. There is a term for that. A brace, a hat trick, and a haul. That's very fitting. He scored a haul of goals. Liam McKinnon was absolutely spectacular earlier on in the week. For that Greenville Triumph win, they scored 5 goals in the match, and Liam McKinnon led the way. He is now one of the top goal scorers in the league. We'll get to that Golden Boot race at halftime as Stephen Dos Santos is in for Pedro Dolabella. Dos Santos a regular starter, as Union Omaha is deep at the bench, but you hate to see Dolabella go out. Dos Santos may be underperforming a bit this year. He's the 7th leading scorer in USL Championship history. This year, 1 goal. He's a veteran, 33 years old. One of the team leaders. You know he can score in a hurry. Big body, 6'3". A tough forward to stop when he's in the right position. Tormenta has led the possession battle today. A turnover, though, and now Union Omaha tries to find their footing offensively. Back to Jackson Corey. He draws a double team, kicks it away. A fight at midfield. Another white jersey goes down, no call. Sterling, using his magic foot, kicks it to the sideline, and it's intercepted by Omaha. More pressure from Tormenta. Another takeaway. An attempt from Corey is miskicked. Up the sideline comes Omaha. Now they'll slow down the tempo after a couple of miscues. JP Skiers trying to set up the offense. He rotates the middle of the field. I haven't talked much about him tonight. Scored 7 goals last season. USL League One first team selection. He just 1 goal at this point came in the opening match against Ford Madison as he centers himself. He's in the middle of the field. Instead, the ball is reversed. Neither team a shot on target so far. Only had really 1 shot to speak of, and it was from about 35 yards out. Nikukoto. Ball rolled towards the box and taken back by Tormenta. I guess maybe you can call Noe Meza had a set play shot that hit the line in front of him from Tormenta. A couple other opportunities were close. And he found their midfield. There is Noe Meza waiting for him to get going. 7 goals this season. On 17 shots is actually, JP Skiers. He picks up the foul. Look at the replay. Yeah, got the left leg. I believe that might have been Sterling trying to make a maneuver to midfield. So a foul on Skiers. Maybe lucky not to get a card. Clean there. Neither team has picked one up in this first half. The 2021 champs in Union Omaha hosting the defending champs Tormenta FC. Both teams in a stretch of draws, trying to pick up 3 points. An opportunity in the box and a block on the back line. It'll be a corner kick for Tormenta. Athletic play by Lucas Mastrantonio. One of the door shutters on this defense. Team leading 23 blocks. He's also excellent at clearing the ball. Third corner kick for Tormenta. Nuhu punches it up in the air. Still in play, dangerous spot, and then cleared away by Omaha. A hold your breath moment for the fans here at Warner Park. And now Omaha on a counterattack. They have some pace, working on the far side of the field. Crossing pass towards the box, kicked up in the air. The target was Dos Santos, and it'll go out of play. Yeah, Dos Santos in the middle, then Joe Brito was just behind him. It's going to be the second corner kick for Union Omaha. Corner kicks brought to you by Modelo. The first one came from the right side. This is the first from the left side. Once again, Connor Doyle to deliver. Omaha looking for a first half goal, something they've been great at this season. Doyle's kick, some backspin, hangs in the air. Couple chances for Omaha. Can't put it through. The deep shot ricochets out of play. Joe Brito took a hack at it. Hit one of the defenders for Tormenta, in the third corner kick coming up for Union Omaha. It pinballed around for a moment. Good little extra pass to Brito, and that thing was ticketed to the left side of the net. A strong defensive play by the back line, and now another corner kick brought to you by Modelo, coming up from Connor Doyle. Doyle delivers, low line drive to the backside, the header, and it's through! Omaha takes the 1-0 lead off the corner kick set up by Connor Doyle. Union Omaha. It looks like it was J.P. Skierce on the other end of that, as there were multiple bodies in front of him. J.P. Skierce, his second goal this season. The colors, black and gold for the home team, celebrating that goal to put Union Omaha on top 1-0. Connor Doyle, what a line drive of a corner kick towards the back post, was deflected and it was dropped in to give Union Omaha the 1-0 lead. One more time here. J.P. Skierce. Right on the money. You could not have had a better pass either from Connor Doyle. The second goal this year for Skierce. He had one of the opening night against Ford Madison. And this one puts Union Omaha on top 1-0. Former USL League One first team selection. J.P. Skierce's goal brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery. Doyle delivers to Skierce. So once again, we have a early Union Omaha lead. That is the first shot on target tonight. That was going to be a tough save there for TJ Bush. Anytime you have the ball come off that quickly following a corner, it is really tough for a keeper to react. Union Omaha +4 in the first 50 minutes of a match. Now remember, they're -5 after. But talking to Coach Casciato, he said, look, we're getting better. A couple of them have been unlucky, and I think last week that is certainly one that could have gone either way. A penalty late on Alex Swahi, excuse me, that led to that penalty kick that evened it up at 1 apiece in extra time. This looks like a different Union Omaha team tonight, playing with much more pace. They look confident. A couple changes to the lineup. They look fresh, especially after a Wednesday match, as that one rolls on the ground to Bush. TJ Bush. He has split time with Pablo Yara in goal this season. Bush has made the last 3 starts, though, for Tormenta. Only 1 goal each in his past 2 matches. He's been very good over the past month for Tormenta FC. Sterling trying to maneuver, showing off the footwork, but is taken away by Union Omaha, and the pass a little bit too strong. Ends up on the foot of Bush as Dos Santos was up the middle. 5 minutes of extra time. That's brought to us by Muchachos, coffee, tacos, and beer. Pretty good combo. Seen a handful of moments, pauses in this first half, so a healthy 5 minutes of added time. Let's see if Tormenta FC can take advantage of it. Otieno and Sterling, the 2 players that make this offense go, have been held in check for the most part. Akale trying to maneuver on the sideline. Tormenta just resetting. Tormenta's good in the second half, something to keep in mind. They are a team that can come back. A lot of match to play. This is going to be a really fun second 45 minutes. Numhard spins to the sideline. The cross in the box, kicked up in the air. Mason looking for his teammate cutting, couldn't connect. Anuhu just sprints out and clears. Maybe one of the bravest keepers in the league. Anuhu not afraid to come out of his spot and make a play. On the sideline, Akale rolls it back to midfield to Heckenberg. Deep kick to Mason, over the top, a little bit too much. The second goal of the year. JP Skeers off a gorgeous corner pass from Connor Doyle. The corner kick set up the goal, giving Union Omaha the 1-0 lead. A foul on the sideline called on Tormenta. Eighth opening goal for Omaha in League One play. They are two wins, no losses when they scored first in League One, but 5 ties. So their 8th opening goal in League One play. An impressive number, and that's been a big strength of them this season. Trying to get a little bit more here, maybe looking to get greedy. Brito looks to go to work, and Tormenta takes it back. And this time it is a Tormenta player falling to the ground. Tormenta, the defending champs, turn it over, and then this might be a yellow. Let's see. A foul on the far side. Yep, that's our first one. Goes against Tormenta. Yellow card going to be given to Nikokoto. Excuse me, Chris Heckenberg. Heckenberg picks up the yellow. Let's have another look. Yes, Chris Heckenberg does pick up the yellow. Hale Varsity Club presenting our cards tonight. The first yellow card for either team. Up in the air, Bush punches it away. Tormenta had players back, and it rolls past the touchline. So we approach the end of the first half. The 39th minute, the second goal of the year. J.P. Scarce off a corner kick from Connor Doyle has Omaha leading 1-0. They've been in control these past 20 minutes. Two players hit the turf, no call. Chipped up the sideline. Cleared back to Nuhu. He's been tested a couple times in this half. A chance maybe for Brewer Jr. He runs it down, sends it back to the middle, and an own goal from Tormenta. An unlucky play for Tormenta FC as Brewer Jr. was able to keep it in play, and it went off one of the defenders, and now it's Omaha leading 2-0. Oh, an awful way to end the first half for Tormenta FC. I believe Brewer Jr. is going to get credit for that one as he tried to cross it back to the middle. He was just looking for a teammate, and it goes off the leg of, it looked like Deshaun Nemhard. That's just unlucky there for the keeper, Bush. Nemhard can't believe it. Man, you feel for him. That's a guy who's been a part of this team for the past few years. Has been absolutely spectacular on the back line. Unlucky play off the foot of Nemhard. It goes in, and Union Omaha leads 2-0. Shaft Brewer Jr. gets a lot of credit there. He hustled up the field, kept it in play, and you never know what happens if you can just keep the possession alive. And he is rewarded with the goal, an own goal. That's tough. Nemhard, that's not something you see from him very often, or anything along those lines. He's usually perfect on that back line. And a foul in the corner, give it to Tormenta FC. 2-0 Omaha. 2 goals in the past 13 plus minutes. Very different ways. A gorgeous goal. Corner kick from Connor Doyle found J.P. Scarce. And then a little bit of luck for the home team. An own goal off the foot of Deshaun Nemhard. And that is how the first half ends. Tormenta FC has some work to do. J.P. Scarce in the 39th minute off a corner kick. He's the 8th time scoring first this season for Union Omaha. This time, though, they have a greater cushion, leading 2-0 at halftime. 2 goals late are the reason why. J.P. Scarce and then an own goal. Plenty more to get to. Great first half for the home team. The fans are out showing their colors, and Union Omaha has responded, leading 2-0 at the half. Plenty more to get to. Halftime show when we come back on ESPN+.
My name is Yoskar Galvin. I'm a midfielder for Union Omaha. I mean, it was exciting because at first I really didn't think I was going to get schooling, but my mom was pressuring me, and obviously I pressured myself to get my studies done because it's really important to me and my family. So right now I'm trying to get my generals out of the way and try to figure out what I want to do. I want to get my minor, obviously, and then try to see if I want to do my master's, but that's just been my goal since I was a little kid in my parents' school, my parents' dream, and that's the dream that I want to fulfill for them. And obviously playing professional and having school is just an amazing thing. I mean, getting school for free is an amazing feat, and obviously getting it from your team and just Bellevue being so supportive. I mean, every counselor, every helper for the school has been helpful a lot, and I've been learning. My name is Yoskar, and I'm a Bellevue University student.
Turned over.
90 degrees in downtown Omaha. It's so hot you could call it Omaha tonight. It's been a hot week for highlights as well. Phil Galati takes us through them.
Let's start the week on Wednesday, Greenville and Chattanooga. This one was an absolute thriller, and the party started early too. Liam McKinnon in the 9th minute picked that one out off the corner. First goal puts Greenville up 1-0. And oh, by the way, you're going to hear his name a couple more times. He set a new record for his club, but not before Chattanooga tried to get things back. That's an unfortunate one for Nate Schultz, and it's the first goal that Chattanooga has scored at Greenville. Not the prettiest, but it didn't matter because Greenville weren't done. Liam McKinnon again make that 2-1 just 6 minutes later in the 17th. We'll add on another 5 minutes to complete the hat trick for who else but McKinnon again. Patient at the back post, and another really good volley low into that corner. 3-1 at the half in favor of Greenville, but number 9 wasn't done. Another chance for the Triumph going forward. Takes it down beautifully. One more touch. 4-1 in favor of Greenville, and 4 goals for Liam McKinnon, the first player to do so in League One history. Not often you get to say that, huh? And by the way, they weren't done. Make it 5-1. 77th minute, Leonardo Castro to capture all 3 points for Greenville. We move ahead now to Werner Park. Union Omaha and 1 Knoxville. Not as much scoring in this one, but no less exciting. How about Noah Mesa from the free kick over the wall, low to the keeper's right-hand side. That's his 7th of the season, now alone at 2nd place in the Golden Boot standings. But this one was far from over. 1 Knoxville in stoppage time. Seba Andreasen draws the penalty from the corner, goes down in the 6-yard area, and the referee didn't hesitate to point to the spot. Upsets Ilya Illich and converts for his 2nd goal of the season. The points are shared, and that's the 7th draw for the Owls this season. They lead the league in that category. Had some couple looks at the end, but in the end, the points would be shared. Tough one on the road, but there's still one more game to get to. That's Forward Madison and Lexington. The scoring started early in this one, too. A lot of early goals in the midweek, courtesy of Nazim Bartman. Cross to the top of the key, and then how about the little backheel assist? Lovely vision, and picked that one out. Side foot finish, low to the corner, unstoppable. They would double the lead in the 35th minute. Set piece in the area, bouncing around, begging for a clearance. It wouldn't be provided. Jake Kroll instead makes it 2-0 to the Flamingos. Just 3 minutes later, though, Lexington would shoot back. How about Nico Brown? Through 4 defenders, picks out the top left corner. Let's see that one again. Takes his time, sets his feet, bam! Not gonna stop that. Game far from over, though. In the first half, far from over, too. Christian Cheney in the 43rd minute, able to pick off a bad touch from the defender. 1-on-1. What's he going to do? Oh, you already know. Slots it away. Make that 3-1 Forward Madison. The Flamingos are loving it up at the break. But again, more late drama in USL League One midweek action. Nico Brown, keep an eye out for him. Takes the ball down. Couple step overs, fires with the left, low to the keeper's left-hand side, beaten at the near post. Well, with a strike like that, it's hard to complain. But check this out, a red card at the end as tempers flared in the 64th minute. Mauro Cicero with a bit of a kick out and got his marching orders. It wouldn't change the result, though. 3-2 in favor of Forward Madison, who keep all 3 points, tying for the most first-half goals in club history. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Taxes man, left foot, and it's a first-time shot, and a goal! Luis Fernando!
It's turned over. Babu Karjai to put it away. Phoenix Rising will take all 3 points. 3-1 Rising. Let's have a look at the news and notes from USL League One this week. What an incredible performance from Liam McKinnon. Became the first player in L1 history to record 4 goals in a single match earlier this week. An absolutely incredible performance. Jimmy Weekly returns as the interim head coach after the club parted ways with Ziggy Fortotski on Tuesday for Chattanooga. And the player of the week, Tate Robertson, notched a goal and an assist. He was the player of the week as a defensive player. He's such a good offensive creator as well. As you have a look at that player of the week list, neither of these two teams had a match this past weekend, so of course, naturally, we're not going to see either on this list, but such an impressive group of players from this past week. Let's have a look at some of the goals leaders this year. All of them are trailing Amen, who's got 8 goals and 1 assist. This is entering today. Liam McKinnon is at 6 goals with 4 in 1 match. Of course, Noe Meza here for Omaha, 7 goals and an assist. Those assists matter. We have the assist leaders, all of them with 4 this season. The tiebreaker is goals. Leo Castro for Greenville scored 1 this past week, so he has the tiebreaker against Anderson and Robinson. Of course, the Golden Glove race is on. If you want to be the Golden Glove winner, you need clean sheets. That is the storyline here. 6 for Delgado, Pack, and Shipman, and then 5 for Sean Lewis. All have been spectacular this year. Look at that, less than a goal a match for each. And some of the scores from tonight, you got Richmond in 1, Knoxville. They end in a draw. Charlotte edges out Chattanooga. Forward Madison on Thursday. That win against Lexington was big. Of course, Union Omaha in 1, Knoxville, that late draw. And then with those McKinnon 4 goals, Greenville was great earlier this week. Let's have a look at week 16. This is a match to watch. Tormenta against Forward Madison. Madison 2-0-1 against Tormenta all time. Forward Madison is really picking up these past couple of weeks. What a great roster they have. Tormenta, a tough task coming off this match against Union Omaha. That will be one to watch later on this week. Here's some of the other ones to keep in mind. We got Greenville up against Forward Madison. We mentioned those matchups. Northern Colorado against Central Valley Fuego is going to be big. That's tonight on 9 o'clock. That is the Ice and Fire Derby. Fun one to watch, especially if you're a Game of Thrones fan, right? Isn't that the theme there? That is just kicking off right now. 3 Saturday matches. We're in July. Somehow we're already there. The temperatures are heating up, and so is the competition. Richmond against Chattanooga. Central Valley against this Union Omaha team. That is a late match next Saturday at 10 Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have highlights and stats coming up in just a little bit. We'll be right back with those, as well as the second half here on ESPN+. Welcome back to the halftime show sponsored by Courtyard by Marriott, La Vista Conference Center, Union Omaha. 2 late goals. They lead 2-0 against South Georgia Tormenta FC, but Tormenta so good in second halves this season. Anything could happen. Let's have a look at those first half highlights in the 42nd minute. A gorgeous corner from Connor Doyle. J.P. Skeers, off the top of his noggin, was able to put it in. That is how you execute a corner kick. Right to Skeers for his second goal this season. He was one of the top players on Union Omaha last year, picking up goal number 2 this year. The fans, they're loving it with their gorgeous colors. And then in bonus time, how did this happen? Well, credit Shapgruber Jr. was able to keep the ball in play. An unlucky ricochet off the leg of Deshaun Numhard. Man, that's just tough luck. Hits a couple Tormenta players, and an oh no moment for the road team. It's a goal for Omaha, a hustle goal you could say. They lead 2-0 at halftime. Shot advantage to Omaha 7-3. Possession almost even. We've seen 2 shots on target for Union Omaha. Of course, that 1 yellow card was called on Tormenta. And our halftime stats presented by The Simple Man. We appreciate their support of this broadcast and of our halftime stats. Getting set for the second half of action, Union Omaha against Tormenta FC. Tormenta's got some work to do. Down 2-0. The storyline has followed Union Omaha. They've scored first now in 8 of their 13 League One matches. Now they've only won 2 of those. Thankfully tonight they do have a 2-goal cushion, and we see Luis Heel is out on the field. He is the team leader in shot creations as he comes in for Joey Gallardo. Gallardo got the start tonight, a late scratch, a late change for Coach Casciato. He was mixing up the starting lineup. Heel is now in an offsides call early. Akale got in front of the back line for Union Omaha. So Luis Heel, we talked about him at the top. Coach Casciato says he's a great reference point for a lot of the younger players. Leads the league in chances created, a big reason why Union Omaha is second in shots. Pass rolled into the attacking third. It's run down by Tormenta. They try to boot the ball, and Noe Mesa gets his foot on it. Union Omaha plus 50, or plus 5 in the first 50 minutes. They're -5 after. But they have a 2-goal cushion. Tormenta is the kind of team that comes out quick in the second half. They execute the game plan well. 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. So the dynamics of this match could be decided right here. You can see Tormenta, the aggressor, trying to control possession. It was about 50-50 in that first half. Okoto had it. Jackson Corey with it. Back in the starting lineup tonight. It's cleared to midfield. Over the shoulder kick. And this rolls out of play. It will belong to Tormenta on the throw-in. Union Omaha making Tormenta work. Keeping it in the backfield. Hot night in Papillion, Nebraska, just outside of Omaha. As Tormenta has not won a match when down at halftime. They do have actually not had a draw either. They're 0-3-0. As it rolls out of play. But again, they're good in the first 15 minutes out of the half. So we keep a close eye on this next stretch of soccer. Okoto. Rolls it back. At 50-minute mark is when you see Omaha start to have some issues. So I guess we're doing the math here. That 50 to 60-minute mark might be the key tonight. Now all this, you have that caveat that it's still early. First third of the season, luck, fortune plays a big factor into it. Getting to the point that maybe patterns start to play out and they indicate something about a team, but still just 12, 13 matches to dictate that. Dangler rolls to the far side of the field. On the foot of Otieno. Leads all midfielders in minutes played for Tormenta. He is an energizer bunting type of player, constantly moving. They'll need his offense in the second half. Quick throw in from Tormenta. Akoto. Ball delivered into the 18 and calmly to the keeper, Nuhu. So Union Omaha has one home win this year. It's against Northern Colorado at the end of April, and they led 2-0 at halftime in that match as well. Mesa had a pair of goals. Tonight, though, they've not needed Mesa to score. J.P. Skiertz in the 41st minute of that first half delivered the first goal, and then an own goal to Sean Nemhard. A rare mistake. It really was an unlucky mistake for Nemhard. Ball bounced to him, went off his thigh, and past the keeper, T.J. Bush, in extra time. In stoppage time. See what Tormenta can do here. They have their players set up, running down the middle is Sterling. Akale was there as well. And it's kicked back to midfield. Tormenta looking for a hole in this defense from Omaha. Coach Casciano has said we need to tighten the defense. Sometimes we get too wide. You might be seeing an example of it right here, the way they're bringing the defense closer to the middle. Akoto, player of the month in May for Tormenta, has it knocked away. Milanese playing tight defense on the sideline against Akoto. Akele crossing back to his right foot, dumps off to Akoto. The chip across the box. Left-footed kick is right to Nuhu. A chance for Mason, had a tough angle, played it out of the air. On target. Nuhu handles it easily. We like the ball movement, though, from Tormenta. They really set up the play well. Akele, Akoto to Mason in the box. Now Union Omaha tries to counter. The cross in the box. Mesa was there, and it's cleared by the back line. Noe Mesa was coming in fast. He had an angle, and the back line was ready for Tormenta. Servando Berna has had a busy night tonight, just one yellow card. Been a physical match, though. The two teams that won the past two championships in USL League One, Tormenta last season, Union Omaha back in 2021. It's a different Union Omaha team, though, a different style. Coach Casciano. We were wondering how their opponents tonight would take it. An opportunity for Tormenta is turned away by Omaha. Jake Dangler along with Numard. He's been big in the back line for Tormenta tonight. Number 25 setting up the offense. Now to Heckenberg as he rolls back to Dangler. Played all 33 games last year, earning all-league second team. Of course, part of that championship roster. Little touch and goal, rolls back to Heckenberg. Kick towards the top, and Akale hit the turf, no call. Taken away by Omaha. So far, the home team is passing the test. And then a foul's going to be called on Akale. It's actually number 8, Pedro Fonseca. Haven't called his name a whole lot tonight. Talented goal scorer, scored in the 34th minute against Northern Colorado last week, but that match was postponed because of lightning. So he had that goal rescinded. Some tough luck for Fonseca. Now Omaha will take a second. Nuhu for the set play. Line drive kick. Pinballs around. Union Omaha comes down with it. Be a chance for the home team. Dos Santos looking towards the box. And is kicked away by Akoto. And a Modelo corner kick coming up. Fans have been treated by a good match from the home team tonight. Union Omaha leading 2-0. We got a sub coming in. Arthur Beauchois is getting set to check in for Tormenta, one of their top offensive players. Playing his 6th game, coming back from an ACL tear. And there is Beauchois. Such a good player as a rookie last year, scored 2 goals in 8 matches. It's a bummer to see him go down with an ACL injury, but he scored a goal in his return, coincidentally, in Week 10 of this season against Fuego FC. It was Week 10 where he got injured last year. Another corner coming up for Omaha. Still a dangerous spot. It ricochets off the thigh of Dengler and pops up to midfield. So Arthur Beauchois is in for Jackson Corey. Nifty move from Shaft Brewer. Brewer stops on a dime and resets. Brewer making his first start. He's been a really strong player tonight for Union Omaha. He led to that own goal. Dos Santos turns it back to the outside. Looking for the crossing pass. Off Mason, and a corner coming up for Omaha. So another Modelo corner kick for the home team. 55 minutes in, Union Omaha leading 2-0. JP Skiers, a goal in the 41st minute. Off a pass from Connor Doyle. Fun here, the crowd get involved with the Modelo advertisement. And here is Doyle, little backspin on it towards the middle of the box, maybe a bit high. Dos Santos in his 6'3" height goes up for it, can't get ahead on it, and it's cleared by Tormenta. Connor Doyle, he must be a good golfer because that backspin he's got on his corner kick, that's what you want to see from a drive. It is straight, exactly where he's looking to put it, and gorgeous backspin. Heel getting his first touch. Soft pass to the middle to Mesa. What a combination those two have been this year. Luis Heel and Noe Mesa. Heel, the leader in chances created, has a few assists this season as well. 3 of them to be exact. And then, of course, Mesa, second in the league in goals. They feed off each other. And with the match on Wednesday, we thought Coach Casciato might do this. You want to give some guys who are regulars some rest. It's only been, what, 3 full days since they played last. And as an offsides is called on Mesa. That's what the value is in having a deep bench. And the 2021 champs have that. Brewer got the start tonight. That paid off, leading to a goal. Now you can bring a player like Luis Heel in the second half and give your team a spark. Danley to Akoto. Touch pass to Heckenberg. He's playing with a yellow card. You can see the infield of when this is ready for baseball. In the box over the top. Kale a little bit too strong for him. It'll be a goal kick coming up. One of the best in the league, Rashid Nuhu, two-time Golden Glove winner, reigning keeper of the year. He is 6th in the league in saves, 5th with 3 clean sheets, trying to keep it the score right now and pick up his 4th. Kale hit the turf hard. Union Omaha keeps it. Heel tries to needle the sideline. It goes to Akoto. His pass is blocked. And then Otieno collides with a Union Omaha player. They're both slow to get up. It's been a physical match. Noe Mesa going down. Both look to be okay, though. 2 players we highlighted at the top collide. Noe Mesa, the goal-scoring leader for Union Omaha. Tobias Otieno, their motor at midfield. So that was, JP Skiers colliding. Looks like everybody's okay, though. And a yellow is given. I believe that is to Skiers. So the first yellow card, and it is. So JP Skiers tonight. He's got a yellow and a goal. Been a busy night for the forward for Union Omaha. I think he'll take that. A little playful shove afterwards from Skiers. He and Tobias Otieno know each other well from Otieno's time here with Union Omaha. And this time it is a Union Omaha player, Connor Doyle, going down after the contact. We're in the 60-minute mark, so we're past that time where Tormenta has really been strong. Union Omaha comes out, they able to hold off the game plan from Tormenta FC. We mentioned that 15 minutes after halftime is when Tormenta has really dominated. Looks like Connor Doyle's okay, thankfully. It was Doyle's corner kick that led to the first goal for Union Omaha. His deep pass up the field is just a little bit too strong. Joe Brito, maybe 2 or 3 steps behind it. TJ Bush making his 3rd straight start, out to Nemhard. Some pressure in the back line from Omaha. Bush has to send it to the sideline. Akoto can't keep it in play. Coach Cameron talked about it. That's something a little bit unique about this Union Omaha team. They like to put that surprise pressure on a keeper. Tormenta tries to return the favor, and they force a foul. See Coach Cosciano on the sideline, questioning the whistle from Servando Berna, who's been very good tonight. Been a physical match. He's done a good job keeping both teams in check. Akoto gets it to Heckenberg, avoids the turnover, finds Otieno. See Tormenta trying to find the middle of the field. As Dengler sends it to the corner. Fonseca throws in. A quiet night for Keziah Sterling. He's been held in check by this back line for Omaha. And that's cleared out of play. The past 2 champions in League One, 2021, it was Omaha. Last season, Tormenta. Right now, it's a home team leading 2-0. 2 goals late in that first half for Union Omaha. Off the corner and then an own goal. A little bit of luck for a team that has been short on it this season. Nemhard needles through the middle. Akale looking to the top of the box. The setup, the shot, and it's well high from Sterling. Finally, Tormenta able to get Sterling a look. Maybe that gets him going, gets him some rhythm into the match, even though it was a high miss from Keziah Sterling. 2 goals in his past 2 matches. I can't think of another shot he's had in this match. Milanese. Milanese rolls it down the sideline. Haven't brought him up a lot. Marco Milanese, number 5 on the bottom of your screen, has gone back and forth between reserve and starter this year for Coach Casciato. He's made a couple starts in a row now. He might be cementing himself in that back line, the talented 24-year-old from Italy. Being a back line, Akoto tries to go across. And Skierce is again on the turf as he went for the interception. And a foul called on Heckenberg. Santa Clara native Heckenberg. Born in Santa Clara but grew up in Australia. He's had an interesting path. And Heckenberg is given the yellow. So that's a yellow on Heckenberg. So Akoto got the first one. The one in the first half was Akoto, so this is Heckenberg's first yellow. So Akoto and Heckenberg have yellows, and then JP Skierce a goal and a yellow. Otieno tripped up at midfield. As both teams trade fouls, it'll be a set play for Tormenta. Akale. Otieno sets it up to Nemhard. One stat that really stands out tonight, touches in the box. 16 for Union Omaha and just 6 for Tormenta. Omaha's been able to get better opportunities. One of the goals was an own goal, so I guess you look at that and say, well, that was bad luck, but on the other hand, it was Schaff Brewer who actually touched it in the box to send it back to the middle. That led to the mistake from Tormenta. Tormenta might have an opportunity here. Akoto works against the defender. To his right, Milanese blocks him off and takes it away. And there's Marco Milanese showing off his defensive chops. Really growing into his own. And a potential counter opportunity for Omaha. Dos Santos with Dangler behind him. Big collision between Dos Santos and Dangler. And a yellow card is called. Dos Santos slow to get up. Nemhard was also involved in that collision. We'll have to wait and see who gets the yellow. Dangler and Nemhard, and it is Dangler, yes. Clearly Dangler there as he caught Dos Santos from behind. So that is the 3rd yellow card on Tormenta, brought to us by Hell Varsity. As everybody takes a second. 90 degrees was the temperature at the start of the match. Windy night, muggy night in late June in Papillion, Nebraska, just outside of Omaha. Big sports weekend for Omaha, Nebraska, the College World Series in action. As Akoto looks like he's going to be okay. That's good to see. LSU taking on Florida. Big crowds of sports fans. I would like to think a handful of them made their way out tonight to watch this great match between 2 previous champions in USL League One. We talked about it in the first half. This is such a good sports community as we have a handful of substitutions coming in for Tormenta. The one to note is we do see the former Omaha player John Murphy Jr. getting set to check in. making his season debut, Kingsford Ajay. 7 goals, 2 assists last season. Start of the year on the injured list. We'll likely see him the rest of the way. Coach Cameron said, we want to get him about 20 minutes per match, let him ease his way back into the rotation. This is a guy, though, that will likely start by the end of the season. Ajay is such a dynamic offensive player. Coach says he can get our guys up and running more. Of course, his minutes will need to be modified to start, but this could be a shot in the arm for Tormenta, down 2-0. Let's see what Ajay can do. Noe Mesa, are we out of his range? I think this is safe to say we are. So good from set plays. Mesa second in the league in goals. He does take a shot on goal, and it's high. An aggressive play from Mesa. If he puts that one in, the whole soccer world is talking about it. That's going viral on TikTok. So Ajay in for Fonseca. Colin McQuanis is in for Tormenta as well. And Murphy is in for Otieno. So Tobias Otieno, known for going 90 minutes. His night is done. Here's a challenging spot for Nuhu, but he makes it look easy. So we are seeing 2 former collegiate champions tonight. Earlier we saw Pedro Dolabella, the former Marshall player, won a championship back in 2021. His teammate now comes in from college on the other side for Tormenta, and Colin McQuanis. You can sense some urgency from Tormenta. Down to 20 minutes left. They're a good goal-scoring team late. Union Omaha has shown no sign of letting up, though. They played physical in this second half. There's another foul on Tormenta. They've got 3 yellow cards. A couple fresh legs out on the field, though. Maybe an interesting comparison, and people who like to really analyze numbers might be able to decipher this better than I can. 16 touches in the opponent's box for Union Omaha compared to just 6 for Tormenta. This is going to be another opportunity in the box for Union Omaha. Somehow it's kept in play. A chance at the top. Here's a kick from Skiers. Nemhard is waiting for it. And Heckenberg picks up the infraction. Going back to my point, 16 touches in the box. As we have a look at the replay, and it was a handball. Let's have a look at that again. Yep, looks like when Heckenberg fell on it, just some tough luck there. And another set play here. Noe Mesa, he tried it from maybe 10 or 15 yards farther out than this. What will he do here? Mesa looks over the line. Bush, you can see him telling his teammates what to do. Mesa fires, and Bush is waiting for it. Nicely done by the keeper, TJ Bush. Now 18 touches in the box for Omaha compared to 6 for Tormenta. Almost another one as it goes over the top. 39 final third entries for Omaha, 42 for Tormenta. It goes back to what Coach Cameron has said. The team does a good job getting the ball up the field, but his finishing plays, those final touches, is where they've struggled this season, and that bears out in those numbers. Nemhard, who had an own goal in The end of the first half was an unlucky one, though. Sends it up the field. Quanis will throw in. Kale back to Nemhard. Under 20 minutes left. Union Omaha trying to hold on and pick up their first home win since the end of April against Northern Colorado. That'll lead to a stoppage. Omaha in 10th place. Tormenta, the defending champs, in 8th. Both teams, and you talk to the coaches, there's a sense of bigger things coming soon. Maybe for different reasons. For Union Omaha, they've had a lot of unlucky breaks at the end of matches, just haven't been able to close a few out. For Tormenta, they're getting some of their top players healthy, getting them back. A little bit too strong on that pass. It looks like we're going to get a goal kick possibly coming up here. Yep, for Omaha. Couldn't quite tell if that was going to be a corner or a goal kick. It's going to be Nuhu to kick it away. And a yellow is drawn. Looks like Arthur Beauchois maybe said something to Nuhu when he was running by. That is a 4th yellow on Tormenta. Servando Berna caught it, pulled out the card.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has registered to Union Omaha, number 22, Connor Doyle, in the 75th minute.
Actually, double check who that yellow was on. He was trying to listen to the PA announcer. I heard from the PA announcer, Connor Doyle. We'll double check that, though. Our team's looking into it. I could have sworn that was on Beauchois. Yeah, it is on Doyle. So it is Connor Doyle picking up the yellow card. So Doyle picks it up. He was on that duo for the first goal. Connor Doyle from the corner delivering to J.P. Skiers in the 41st minute. And now both Beauchois was not on him. At this point in the match, Union Omaha can play passive. They can work the clock. Milanese has other ideas. The Italian bends it to the right side. Coming out and making the play is Bush. Milanese was looking for a streaking Dos Santos down the middle. He's got good touch with that left foot. $14 shots for Union Omaha to 6 for Tormenta, and that's been a big part of the story. Something Union Omaha does so well. They're second in the league in shots. Sometimes so they give up a lot of good opportunities. That's been the big difference tonight. That back line has been steady. As Coach Casciato likes to talk about, the defense has been able to crowd the middle, and it's prevented opportunities from Tormenta. We're going to see Dion Akoff in just a little bit. So he's getting set to sub in. Some injury problems at the beginning of the year. Otherwise would be a regular starter, maybe with just 3 days of rest. Coach Casciato opts to have him come off the bench tonight. Get some fresh legs in for Union Omaha late. That'll be an interesting question for Coach Casciato. How much, let's say, of Luis Heel or Dion Akoff subbing into the second half is just trying to keep them fresh? I mean, Omaha just played on Wednesday, and how much of it is trying to have guys with fresh legs at the end of matches where you've struggled this season. This could be a dangerous opportunity, and offsides is the call, knowing Mesa had maybe 4 or 5 steps on that back line. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including the return of USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern starting June 13th. So that is going on now, plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. And there is Deon Akoff coming in. His 6th match this season, the other 5 he started. He played 61 minutes before being subbed out against One Knoxville, coming off that injury to start this season. Such a solid defensive player that can also really control the tempo on the offensive end. One of their starters for big plays. Speaking of big plays, Tormenta could use one right now. They got about 10 minutes in bonus time. There's a setup. Sterling was running. Couldn't get the ball to him in the middle of the field. To Dangler. Akale. Middle to Heckenberg. Sent back to Dangler to reset. Tormenta, Elijah Almo is in. He just subbed in. About to come in, excuse me, coming in for Chris Heckenberg. There's Almo down there. Some fresh legs coming in for Tormenta. As Coach Cameron utilizes his bench tonight, it'll be the final sub for Tormenta FC. Ajay to the sideline, crossing pass, up in the air for McQuanis, and he sends it back to the middle. We mentioned at the top, no championship-winning coach in the USL has ever won here at Warner Park, almost a breakaway opportunity. And it's looking like that might stay that way. A foul at the 2/3 mark. Milanese pulling down Akale. Union Omaha has never lost a match against Tormenta. Milanese picks up the yellow card. These two sides had draws last year. You can see those title-winning coaches, how they fared in or at Warner Park, and it's not good. Coach Ian Cameron at least has a draw. The rest of the league, though, is somewhat comparable, losing record still at least. Dangerous spot. There's Akoff in the back, able to clear. That's why you bring him in. He's got those fresh legs. Right in the middle of the defense. Nice to see Kingsford Ajay out there. That's Davey Mason to throw, and he's played the whole game. Mason's got an angle to cross to the middle. And it's sent back to the top. Now Union Omaha trying to counter. Mesa rolling up the sideline. He'll slow things down and reset. Heel getting a touch in the box for the first time. Rolls to the middle. Mason was trailing, and it's cleared out of play. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus, the home to the USL La Liga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Really appreciate you tuning in on this Saturday night. Past 2 champions in USL League One. 2 late goals in the first half is the difference. The 41st minute, J.P. Steers off a corner kick pass from Connor Doyle. And then an own goal, a rare mistake by this talented back line of Tormenta in extra time in that first half. This has kind of been the story for Tormenta. They've been able to get the ball just outside the box, but getting good looks under 18 has been a challenge for Tormenta tonight. Just 7, now 8 touches. We'll count that one in the opponent's box, in Union Omaha's box. That back line for the home team has been able to compact and restrict and make things a challenge for the offense of Tormenta FC. There's still time for an explosive offense. It's going to have to happen pretty soon, though. A strong kick goes off the leg of the defender. He'll just taps it back and forth at midfield. The players get tangled, and the official will stop play. That's going to be a foul on Union Omaha. Crowd doesn't like it. Been a well-officiated game, though. It's been physical. We've talked about it a few times. Servando Berna has had a busy night. He's done well. The USL on ESPN continues as the summer heats up. Memphis 901 FC and Aaron Malloy head to the Valley of the Sun to face Manuel Ortega and Phoenix Rising FC. It's Phoenix Rising FC and Memphis 901 FC Saturday, July 1st at 11 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Always exciting when the USL is on ESPN. We got them on Plus tonight, but no ESPN, ESPN2. That's big time. That's really cool to see. That match will be fun to watch. Let me grab a 5-hour energy, drink some coffee. Maybe you're coming home from a nice dinner, getting some drinks, and then come back and watch that exciting matchup. Credit these players tonight. I mean, I don't know how they do it. 90-plus heat. We've hardly seen any go down with what looked to be cramps. Joe Brito gets worked on by the trainer, and he comes off the field at the 1-year anniversary where he scored against Tormenta, June 25th, 2022. Thought maybe serendipity would come into play and he would score again tonight. Played well, though. Here's a chance in the box for Tormenta. Right to Nuhu, who will milk the clock. It is looking like Omaha is going to pick up their 3rd win. Their first at home since late April, as the over-the-top pass is brought down by Heel. He weaves in between defenders and is taken away. A 7-match winless streak, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. We'll see how much added time we get. Could be about to be over. Been a tough stretch for Union Omaha. Back-to-back matches in which they were leading into the final 15 minutes, and it ended in a draw. Last week, of course, not last week, on a Wednesday, just 3 days ago. Very unlucky. But tonight, their defense have been up to the challenge against a good Tormenta team. And the 7-match winless streak may be in its final minutes. Tormenta going to try to mount one more rally. It's actually been Tormenta winning the possession battle. You could probably guess that. That's part of the strategy in the second half for Union Omaha, though they've packed it in defensively. Dangerous spot cleared away by Dengler. Akale shows off the fancy footwork. Rolling to the sideline. Sterling running down the middle. It looked like maybe that's where the cross was intended. It was tipped by the back line. Almost still has it. Rolled back to the top. Now a look in the box. That's picked up by Nuhu. Looks like McQuanis might have been slow to get up after some contact for Tormenta. A player down for both teams. This might be more fatigue than anything. McQuanis, tough player. Australian native, 2021 Division I champion with Marshall. See how much extra time we end up having. I know that feels good for Rashid Nuhu, seeking that 4th clean sheet. That's still up for grabs. 2-time Golden Glove winner. He wants to be on that graphic we showed you at halftime. He's not far off right now. He's 6 in saves, 5th in clean sheets. Gonna potentially pick one up tonight. A goal at the 41st minute mark from J.P. Scarce. Corner kick was perfect from Connor Doyle. An unlucky own goal for Tormenta in extra time in that first half. Got 6 minutes of Machacho stoppage time. Quick turnover, Mesa. Credit Tormenta, they've made Mesa's life tough tonight. All of his opportunities have come from set plays. Contact, be a foul on Union Omaha. That's been the strategy for the home team in the second half, and you can't really blame them. They got the 2-0 lead at halftime. They played a physical brand of soccer in the second half. They've packed it in. They've conceded the possession battle. Akale sends it to the box. Not the best header. And a goal kick coming up. So in this battle, the two previous champions, it looks like Union Omaha is going to come out on top, barring a miracle comeback. South Georgia Tormenta, we mentioned we do have a substitution. Noe Mesa is going to get a well-earned break. Alex Steinwasser, the 22-year-old from Michigan, checking in. He's one of the better players this past season for Xavier University. They played in Omaha, Nebraska when they played their rivals in the Big East Creighton. Now he calls this area home, at least for his soccer life. So Ford Madison FC is the next opponent for South Georgia Tormenta. Then they have Lexington SC. Chance to take on a few teams, a few spots above them, at least coming into tonight into the standings. Good opportunities to make up ground if you're South Georgia. They're getting guys healthy. They're starting to find the rhythm together. It takes time when you have so many new faces, when you have players who are injured. Tonight they came up against a Union Omaha team who got out to the lead in the first half, then defensively were really tough to get past in the second. Here's a rare ball in the box. Akale gets tangled up with the defender. The official says play on. Off to the races, Steinwasser. He tries to roll to the sideline and is kicked out of play. Maybe a little extra shove that Luis Hill takes umbrage with. For Union Omaha, Central Valley Fuego FC is their next opponent. And then a big match against Richmond. Central Valley still trying to find themselves towards the bottom of the standings. They've played better over the past month, a couple wins in June. And then that match against Richmond is going to be a fun one. That's Saturday, July 8th. Akoff, a late substitution to throw in. Sure, a veteran like Akoff is perfectly fine with seeing some of the younger players get extra minutes and help Union Omaha pull off the win. Corner kick coming up for Steinwasser. Brought to you by Modelo. It's more of a corner tap-in. Dos Santos tries to waste some time, and a couple players get tangled up. We don't want anything too serious in the end like that. There's some more serious pushing and shoving as Dos Santos might be in trouble after that one. He was pressured by Tormenta. You don't want to see that at the end of the match against these two teams with so much respect around the league. As John Murphy got pushed by Dos Santos. And good composure by the official. Doesn't look like, at least at the moment, he's going to give a card. Telling both sides to, yeah, he will. Okay, so there it is. Santos picks up the red card. That extra shove, and he's questioning how he got the card when three others were pushing. But if you're the guy that extends the arm, it's in basketball they talk about it too. If you extend the arm, you're the one that makes the full push. A lot of times you are the one that picks up, in this case, the red card. So the only blemish tonight, Steven Dos Santos picking up the red. John Murphy was the one he pushed over. Outside of this moment, though, great match for Union Omaha. We're going to keep a close eye on Dos Santos as he is really upset with Servando Berna. And we've all been in that situation where somebody says something to you or gets in your face, but a lot of times it is that person who responds maybe a little bit more aggressively that gets in trouble. We're getting close to the end of this match. Union Omaha. That won't take away from a phenomenal night for the home team as they come up on the clean sheet. 2 goals at the end of the first half. JP Skiers his second this season. One of the better opportunities there tonight for Tormenta. That shows how their night has been offensively. Akale still spinning, still showing that energy. It's taken by Akoff, who rolls into the attacking third. And it's knocked to the sideline, and that'll do it. The 7-winless match streak is over for Union Omaha. They pick up the 2-0 victory tonight against Tormenta FC, and that's got to be a good feeling for Coach Cassiano and company. It's their first home win since April 29th against Northern Colorado. The clean sheet for Rasheed Nuhu, his 4th of the season, as he, when tested, played very well. And the defense was a story for Union Omaha. They packed it in, made life very tough for South Georgia Tormenta. Then a JP Skiers goal, the 41st minute of the first half, put Union Omaha on top, and they didn't look back. The post game brought to you by the Midwest Dairy Association. A really strong win for Union Omaha. Connor Doyle will be our man of the match. He was the one that set the table with that corner kick assist in the 41st minute. I mean, JP Skiers, I mean, he got the last touch on it, of course, but Doyle, a line drive, perfect pass from the corner. Let's have another look at it. Doyle, you cannot do this any better. On the money, past two defenders and the keeper, TJ Bush. A thing of beauty from Connor Doyle. He got the start tonight. A late start was Doyle, and it was the right call by Coach Casciano. He found JP Skiers for his second goal this season. He is our Platinum Chiropractic Man of the Match tonight. Connor Doyle, the tip of the cap tonight with that gorgeous assist from the corner. We will take a quick break. Highlights and stats are coming up when we come back. Union Omaha tops South Georgia Tormenta 2-0 at home.
My name is Connor Doyle, and I'm a midfielder with Union Omaha. I was excited. It was obviously not a big reason why I came here, but Jay mentioned it as being a possibility of once joining the team, it was going to be a partnership with the club, and getting towards the end of my career, it was obviously a thing that I wanted to look towards finishing my degree, and so with the chance of getting a scholarship and kind of getting those things paid for, it was definitely pretty exciting and special. Like I said, I'm kind of nearing the end of my career in the next few years, and so it's kind of looking forward to that next step in life, and degrees go a big way in helping people make those next steps, so it's kind of the reason why I decided to finally get back into it. It's a big deal because, you know, there's guys like Yoskar who have the chance to kind of go pro at 18, but also you could go to a college and get a 4-year degree and maybe have a scholarship that way, but this gets things paid for, and he can be in a professional environment from a young age and learn. And so I think that's a big deal in terms of getting guys up through kind of the academy and stuff, and you can still promise them a degree and an education along with being in a professional environment. My name is Connor Doyle, and I am a Bellevue University student.
Union Omaha tops South Georgia Tormenta FC tonight 2-0. Big performance from the home team. They needed that win. It snapped a 7-matchless win streak. Let's go ahead and have a look at some of the highlights from this match. The two goals happened towards the end of the first half for Union Omaha. JP Skiers on the end of a gorgeous pass in the 42nd minute from Connor Doyle, who was our man of the match, delivering it across the field, and Skiers off the knock-in in the back of the net. Man, Doyle, a perfect pass right to JP Skiers to give Union Omaha the 1-0 lead. Then a little bit of luck later on in the half for Union Omaha in stoppage time. You got the late start. Brewer Jr. hustle play, kept it in the box, and when you hustle, good things happen. It led to an own goal, a rare mistake from Deshaun Nemhard. Such a good defensive player, went off his leg into the goal. A lucky break, but Union Omaha will take it on the way to a 2-0 victory. Here's a look at some of those stats. There's the big one. Shots, 14 for Union Omaha, 7 for Tormenta. Even though Tormenta controlled the possession, much of that was in the second half when Union Omaha packed it in. It was the home team on top tonight. They had more opportunities in the box. They were able to capitalize when they had the chance. It was a fun match. Pride Month. The fans were out with the gorgeous colors, and the home team did not disappoint. The Owls come away with a 2-0 victory. JP Skiers, his second goal of the season off the incredible pass from Connor Doyle. We appreciate you tuning in. Great work to the team. I'm Ryan Piers. Union Omaha 2-0 win on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.